Most people think a guard dog reacts when it sees danger. But Cane Corso owners will tell you something different. Sometimes nothing looks wrong. No noise, no movement, no warning at all. And yet this dog has already changed. It stops relaxing and locks in. It starts watching something you don't even realize is important yet. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I've already made several videos about the Cane Corso. We've talked about its history, strengths, guarding ability, and how it compares with other powerful breeds. But today I want to focus on something that many people notice about the Cane Corso, yet rarely discuss in detail: its reaction to potential threats and the way it evaluates situations. Many people think a good guard dog is the one that barks at everything, but experienced Cane Corso owners often say the opposite. Sometimes the most important moment is when the dog suddenly becomes quiet. Imagine a visitor approaching your property. The Cane Corso may not bark immediately. It may not run forward. Instead, it watches, it studies, it pays attention to details that most people don't even notice. Then, if something feels wrong, its entire body language changes. So, why does this happen? The answer goes back to the breed's history. The Cane Corso was developed in Italy as a working dog. It was not created simply to look intimidating. For generations, these dogs guarded farms, protected property, controlled livestock, and assisted with demanding tasks that required confidence and decision-making. Unlike some breeds that were expected to follow instructions every second, the Cane Corso often had to assess situations on its own. This is one reason many owners describe the breed as highly aware of its surroundings. Protection trainers frequently point out that a good guardian does not react to everything. If a dog responds aggressively to every movement, noise, or stranger, it becomes unpredictable and difficult to manage. The Cane Corso's reputation comes from something different. It tends to observe first and react only when it believes a response is necessary. Many owners report that their Corso behaves normally around visitors who enter confidently and calmly. But if a person starts acting unusually, perhaps moving nervously, approaching family members aggressively, or entering areas they should not, the dog often notices immediately. And this is happening not because someone gave it a command, but because it's constantly paying attention. Another fascinating trait is how quickly the breed can switch from relaxed to alert. A Cane Corso lying quietly in a yard may appear completely at ease. Yet, within moments, it can stand, focus on a specific area, and position itself between its family and whatever has attracted its attention. This rapid change in behavior is one reason the breed is respected among protection dog enthusiasts. The dog is not wasting energy reacting to every small distraction. Instead, it remains calm until it identifies something worth investigating. And that's very different from simple aggression. In fact, one of the biggest misconceptions about the Cane Corso is that it is naturally aggressive. A properly bred and socialized Corso is usually confident rather than aggressive. There is a difference. An aggressive dog looks for reasons to react. A confident dog evaluates the situation first. The Cane Corso was valued because of that confidence. Its job was not to create problems. Its job was to recognize them. This ability becomes even more impressive when you consider the breed's physical capabilities. Cane Corsos are powerful athletic dogs with strong acceleration and excellent body control for their size. When they decide to move, they can close distance surprisingly quickly. But what often matters more than their speed is the fact that they have already been paying attention long before they move. Many people focus on a guardian dog's strengths. The Cane Corso's true advantage may be awareness. The breed constantly gathers information from its environment. It notices unfamiliar sounds, unusual movements, changes in routine, and behavior that does not seem normal. That's why experienced owners often say their Corso appears to know something is happening before they do. Sure, none of this means every Cane Corso will behave exactly the same way. Training, socialization, genetics, and experience all play important roles. But when people talk about what makes a Cane Corso, they often mention the same qualities: confidence, awareness, self-control, and the ability to respond when it truly matters. And perhaps that's the real secret behind the breed's reputation, not its size, not its appearance, not even its strengths, but the way it constantly evaluates the world around it. And if you've ever owned a Cane Corso, have you noticed some extraordinary behavior worth noticing? Share your experience in the comments. And if you'd like to learn more about different dog breeds, their behavior, history, working abilities, and detailed explanations, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and let me know which breed you'd like to see featured next.